improved.
So improved.
Just the DLW show.
Which D? You don't know. Is it me or is it you? I don't know.
Dude, you know, it's I had to switch it up because people were so confused. They were like, "You're not live."
No, you're not. It's not live.
My internet, I can't get it to my basement yet, you know?
It's okay.
So
Over time.
we're just the DLW show now.
That's right. I think that's better.
Really? How so?
Because it's
Break
just
that down.
shorter. It's just shorter. Who has time to say the extra word of live? Not me. I don't.
But I feel like live kind of gives it a little pizzazz, you know?
If we were, yeah.
If
we were live, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
100%.
What's going on, everybody? This is the DLW show with your host, Darius Williams, aka DLW, and
Dynasty Oi.
the newly crowned
Yeah, that's me.
co-host.
Yeah. He held me against my own will.
Dude, people were actually people were texting me and they were like, I can't believe you made her go on the camera and cry. And I was like, she just is a crier. Like, I can't help.
I am a crier. So yes, there are topics that I definitely cry about and I can't. It just waterworks.
There you
But
go. And that one was worth crying about.
it was. But what wasn't worth crying about is listening to myself cry over and over when I see those reshares.
Oh man.
And I said,
the clips kind of took off a little bit.
They did? That's good.
They took off.
That's amazing.
Well, okay. Let's get to our tradition.
Oh, yes.
I pre-introduced you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But this right here
Yeah.
is the new co-host. And she's a free agent. Free agent. Wink.
Yes. Yes. I've been drafted.
She has been drafted.
I will be.
Oh, yes.
Soon.
Yes.
Soon.
Very soon.
So soon. The soonest. Yeah. Yeah.
Her marriage is great. This is not what we're talking about. Her marriage is great. The Terminator is
different
phenomenal.
kind of draft. Different kind of draft.
All right. No, in all realness, man, Dynasty, she is my sister from another mister, my friend from another band. I'm usually a poet. That didn't stick. That was rough.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I don't
Yikes.
do that again.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Your turn. Dynasty.
Yeah. This is Darius. The man that never starts on time.
We did say we're just...
but it's okay. The dark coffee drinker. Okay. This is him here at his finest.
So we were talking about this. Right before. I name my levels of coffee. When I ask people, do they want coffee? Because I'm a huge coffee person.
Yeah.
I ask them, what lightness do you want? And my scales are based off of famous Black women.
I love that.
You want the Michelle Obama?
Right.
You want the Rihanna?
Right.
You want the Zendaya? What type of coffee you want?
Yes.
And I'm a Michelle Obama guy.
Okay.
I'm a Gabrielle Union.
Okay.
We here.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
And the darker the coffee,
the bitter it is.
The bitter the roots.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible, but it's okay. It's okay.
Crazy. That's a crazy flip. Oh man, I'm gonna get canceled for that one. All right. Dynasty is a Zendaya coffee drinker.
I said I'm just if we are going to say how do you I just like my coffee light skin. The entire the range. It doesn't matter. Just I like it all.
You just
all
Black women coffees.
Yeah.
Rihanna.
That's love.
Dude, did you hear? This is completely random. This is none to our topics.
What?
Did you hear she did her first concert in years at a random, well, not semi-random wedding in India?
Oh, yes.
It was on the card. Dude.
I saw it on Instagram.
You saw it on Instagram?
It was a while ago.
Dude, I've been wanting a Rihanna album for a while now. I don't even listen to secular music. I'm like Rihanna, I need an album, dog.
Yeah. I want to say, who has time to make music and raise all the children?
That's fair. She's pregnant again.
Yeah. So
yeah, she's.
who, like, that's exhausting.
It is.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I get it.
and her man just got off trial.
Oh, is he on track? I didn't know that.
Come on, we can't be so old that we don't know.
It's hard.
Welcome to the DLW show. This is where we have, man, conversations at the intersection of faith and culture.
Mm-hmm.
And we do it in a style that's just two friends talking.
Yeah, just
to talking. Just to talking.
Just talk. That's it. That's it, and that's all.
Just talk it.
Literally. That's it. Nothing else. Not eating or nothing. Just talking. Just talking.
That's the podcast.
That's it.
I can't breathe.
Oh, yeah. Here we are. We're doing it.
Okay. Hey, thank you, Dynasty. Oh man, dude. I'm just so overjoyed with you joining the pod. You know what? Let's get right into it, man.
Yeah.
First off, before actually, I just wanted to name the obvious. I have been incognito for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Baby is here.
I know. She's beautiful.
Dude.
I'm obsessed.
Dude.
It makes me want to have another, but not.
I was about to say, what's
another at all.
Wait, what?
If anybody has a child they would like to give to me between newborn and 6 months, I'm here.
That's crazy.
Because we can trade. I have 3 to give back. You're welcome.
That's crazy. Naomi Jean is here, man. My wife is just an absolute amazing woman, pushing that huge chunker out. She is so sweet. Let me tell you the story of how she was born. It was funny. So we're sitting there at, let me actually go back.
Okay.
We're at my brother and sister-in-law's house.
Okay.
Because they're closer to the hospital that we wanted to give birth at. And we just kind of wanted to have a last little hoorah. Amari's going to stay over their house. We had it all planned.
Okay.
We were going to go to sleep that night. Meg wanted to stay on the couch because we could have got called in at any time because we're getting induced.
Oh, okay.
So we're just chilling, chilling.
Okay.
Electricity completely turns off.
Oh.
And Meg is so uncomfortable. She's in the middle of the night. I can't do this. It just is absolutely.
Because there's no AC.
Having a train wreck of a time.
No AC.
No AC.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah. That would.
We had to open windows. It was rough. Everyone else in the house was completely knocked out sleep. My cousin, Logan.
Okay.
Wait a second. My wife, turn on the AC. You can't be doing that, girl, during the podcast.
This is the live part of it.
I know, man.
Live right here.
This is the jank with the
edits.
basement.
I
can't control the AC unit. We starting from the bottom.
Nope.
Gutter.
This is, yeah. One day we'll be able to say started from the bottom. Now we're here. By Kendrick Lamar.
Whoa.
Just kidding. I do like Drake. I like Drake, guys. I'm just kidding.
So anyways, wake up. It's like 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Cousin Logan's ringtone is going off. And we thought it was an alarm because it was going off for like 30 to 45 seconds.
Oh.
So we're like, oh, okay, this techno is just going crazy upstairs. No one's waking up but me and Meg.
Oh.
And it's like every 5 minutes.
Oh.
Okay.
Gosh.
And then as soon as everyone gets up and we're thinking we're getting comfortable, we get the call.
All right.
So now we didn't sleep, on the way to the hospital. She's about to go through the process. Okay. Real fast, I got to name the obvious here that my wife will call out for me if I don't say it. I was a terrible husband our first birth.
Mm-hmm.
She was screaming for 6 hours, 22-hour labor. 6 hours.
She was
screaming for 6 hours at one point. Completely sleep.
You were asleep?
Completely sleep. Terrible husband.
How are you asleep?
I know the cup says, El mejor papá. No.
Who got that for you? First off, who got that for you?
I am number one. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I
So
didn't know you were a little Latino over here. Okay.
I can be black and speak Spanish, you know?
Okay. I need to know who got that cup for you.
Oh man, that one for a different pot.
Okay.
So terrible husband the first time. So this time I'm determined. I'm like, I'm not falling asleep.
Right.
And as soon as she was like starting to induce labor, I'm like, hey, epidural immediately.
Yes.
Because first time I was terrible husband.
You were asleep at the hospital?
Can we get to the current
Oh.
situation here? The
Okay.
past is the past.
Okay.
We learn.
Right.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
we learn. Now I'm
Okay.
El Pape Mejor.
Yeah.
Mejor Papa.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, Papa. Okay.
So, anyways, girl is coming.
Okay.
Doctor comes in. She's like, okay, are you ready to push? And we're going to figure it out. We're going to do a little practice push. And then,
Okay.
you know, I'll come back and we'll see where you're at.
Okay.
So Meg's in the position,
Uh-huh.
does a push.
Okay.
Little alfalfa curl pops out.
Oh.
Doctor was like, oh, okay, everybody, it's time.
Did she have an epidural?
Yeah, she had epidural and everything.
Good. Okay.
So Meg pushed her out 2 pushes.
Wow.
She was here, full head of hair.
She said, I'm
Beautiful.
here.
She said she was here.
I love that. She said, no, I'm ready to come out now.
It was so weird. It was like,
Did you were holding her leg, right? You were like holding her foot?
who, Meg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing all of it.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. That's why I was just trying to see
El Mejor
okay,
Papa.
okay, you're
Come on
right. You're
now.
right.
We
You went
here.
from El Sleepo, sleeping.
Whoa.
I don't know how to say
To our
sleeping.
Spanish listeners.
But, you know.
Lo siento. Golly. El Sleepo is crazy. Is actually crazy.
Whatever sleeping is, I don't know if I had
El
Google
Sleep-
Translate
El
right now.
Sleepo is crazy.
You
word.
went from sleeping to just being right there. I love that.
Okay. We're gonna transition to our first topic before we come back and get canceled. I don't even remember the connection I was gonna make.
I don't know either. You
El Sleepo is wild, Dynasty. Hey, yo. Okay. All right. The
don't worry.
point-
When I come back next time, I'm gonna be able to speak full Spanish.
Oh
Okay,
man.
okay.
Oh man.
Don't worry.
You kind of could pass for Spanish depending on how you do your hair.
In
Like Latino.
Texas, all the time.
Yeah, with like Lil Tan. Yeah.
In Texas, people thought I was Mexican.
Yeah.
And then they got real angry when I did not speak Spanish to them.
Really?
Yes. And I
Offensive.
would have to literally say, yo soy China.
Gina.
China.
Oh, China. I don't know what China is.
I am Chinese.
I don't speak Spanish.
So they would be like, no, you're not, liar. And I'd be like, oh, I literally can't speak to you. Okay.
Jeez Louise, man.
So in Texas, yes, everyone thought I was Mexican, which was crazy.
That's crazy.
I feel like I look very Asian. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just me personally.
I feel like that's our whole conversation.
That is a whole conversation.
Southeast Asian is very different from Eastern Asian.
Yes. Very, very, very different. We
So
are not like, I feel like Southeast Asians look very, some look very, very similar to Filipinos, Hawaiians, like Guam,
Yeah.
Samoans.
Yeah.
But yes, we're very different.
Very different. Very different.
100%.
All right, let's get into the first topic.
Okay.
Who are we kidding?
Who are we kidding?
Kids change everything.
Yeah.
I what were you reaching for?
Nothing.
I thought you were gonna grab your coffee, and then I realized you have no coffee in there anymore.
I have nothing.
So I was okay.
I thought we were getting serious, so that's my serious pose. I was ready to get serious.
All right, so kids change everything, man.
Too.
So when I was holding baby girl, the
Yeah.
connection coming back to me. It's with my son. It was the first moment where I realized, and this is gonna sound really harsh.
This is what we're here for. This is the live. Like, this is not live, but this is the real deal.
I held what's wrong with you? I held my son when I first had him.
Okay.
It was the night after everything. Me being a terrible husband.
Uh-huh.
But I called my dad.
Okay.
And it's like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
He picks up. He's half asleep. And I tell him, I say, I get it. Like, as a man, as a father, I get it now. Like, I actually would kill someone if they put their hands on my son.
Yes. It's interesting. Everything in your brain changes. Like the chemical imbalance is like, you just, I don't know. It's crazy.
It's
things that you would never think before. You're like, I would never hurt somebody. And then it's like when you have your own kids, it's like, I dare you.
Yeah.
I dare you to touch my child.
That's facts.
Yeah.
And so this is what's crazy with my daughter. It was the first time, you got to understand, let me give you context before we get into what I'm about to say here. It was the first time that I ever thought I need to own a gun. Context, grew up in the hood, gunshots, guns, they represent gang violence, they represent death, they represent all the things that, you know, I didn't want to represent in my life. That's what guns represented. I had a phobia of guns, a real phobia. It wasn't until I at Wake Forest University, I went out with one of my friends and she took me skeet shooting and then took me to the gun range for the first time. Never even did that. It wasn't even a thought to have a gun. I did that because she was a friend and she invited me. So I just man up, get over with it.
Right.
But didn't even think about it. Found out we were pregnant with my daughter. It's the first time I thought I needed a gun. Crazy energy, man. And me and my wife have had the conversation. Do you want a gun in the house? She said, yeah, I'm comfortable with the gun. I said, I don't know if I'm comfortable with the gun because they say if you pull out a gun, you better be ready to use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Saw my daughter. I'm ready to use it.
You're like, it's time.
Second Amendment rights.
Stand your ground.
Actually, is Missouri?
It is. I Googled it.
That's terrifying.
It
But yeah, man, kids change everything.
Yeah.
So
they do.
Yeah. I feel like the thing that I think about so often is it's time. So when I think about kids changing everything, I think about less about the time that I lost. So I'm just more aware of time in general, in a general sense. I look at my son today and I literally remember holding him. And now he had a moment with his his grandmother, his Mimi, where she came to visit. And we let her stay in Amari's room. And Amari, he's 2 years old. 2 years old.
Yeah.
He sees Mimi go in and out of his room. So he runs to his door, pushes it open, and yells, "What in the world?" And I'm like, "You're too. Why are you yelling?
Why are you so grown?" Right.
I just remember where you literally was all night.
All night. And now is doing grown folks activities by yelling at other grown folks. I love that.
It's crazy.
This morning, I'm not going to lie, when he was in the bathtub and then the Keurig was going off and he said, "Daddy, coffee? You making coffee?"
My son loves coffee. Hey, okay, y'all can judge me as a parent. I blame his aunties who gave him coffee.
And then he said, "I want some." I said, "What? What?"
We don't actually give him, it's hot chocolate.
It's hot chocolate.
So I had to improvise. When his aunts gave him coffee, I had to give him hot chocolate.
Right.
And now hot chocolate is coffee.
I love that he knows. I love how he was in the bathtub playing with his toys and he heard it. He said, "Coffee?" Like, oh, don't forget, I can't miss out. I love that. He's gotten so big. It's crazy.
He is. He is a Gabrielle Union coffee drinker.
As he should be.
Hot chocolate.
I love it. With lots of whipped cream. No? You don't put whipped cream in your hot chocolate?
I don't. But you got to remember, I don't put anything in my coffee.
Oh.
I am low key.
Plain. Basic.
I am how can I put this? I am a veer. Or I'm a touch point guy.
Oh, okay.
So I like my base.
Okay.
Get me regular potato chips. I love me just regular potato chips. But then
okay.
I want a little honey barbecue. Boom. I come
right.
get some honey barbecue.
Okay.
I come back to my potato chips. Boom. I want a little You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
But I come back.
Okay.
Like with coffee, give me a base.
Okay.
You know, I go to 7 Brew or I go to, I get me, oh, boom, let me get this sweet little joint. Don't come back.
So what do you get from 7 Brew?
The Blondie.
The ice blondie?
Yeah, fire.
Me too.
Fire.
It's so good.
It's so good, man.
Good.
Need a sponsorship?
We're not sponsored, but I go there every day, baby.
Hey.
It's fine. But yeah, okay. But ice blondie is that
Fire.
blonde,
Fire.
like light skin, like almost white, like
Yeah.
sweet.
It's the Zendaya. For sure.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this.
Okay.
Before we become the ADHD podcast.
That's actually what we should be. Really quick, when we talk about kids,
Mhm.
I have a question. I'm curious.
Yeah.
When you have to place an order, spouse or child first? Who is first?
Spouse. My wife
agree.
is first.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's the biblical order of things.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's that. There's for me as a Christian, there's the conviction of she needs to be number one, but then it's the second thing of it's almost, how can I put this? When I made the decision to marry my wife, I married her not even assuming we would have kids.
Okay.
So the basis of my marriage is her.
Yeah.
Kids are an extension of our fruitfulness. Kids are an extension of the blessing. Kids are an extension of everything that I love in her. I get to now see in my daughter who looks just like her. I get to see in my son and his personality.
Right.
But that's my ride or die.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about you? Are you spouse first or kids first?
So I am spouse first. Mine is we'll have to talk, about the biblical, but mine is not specifically biblical.
Yeah.
But it's more so we have children, and they get older and they go when they have their own families and their own lives. So like, yes, we pour into them, but the person that's going to be with you for the rest of your life is your spouse. So you should be pouring into them, because at the end of the day, when the kids leave the nest, it's just you and them.
That's real. That's a good point too.
So
that's a good point too. I realized this subconsciously the first time Amari said something disrespectful to me. Now, don't get it twisted. I would die for my son.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody put his hands on him,
right.
I'm ready to crash out. If a 2-year-old punched my son, I'm ready to crash.
Fight them.
Crash.
I've never had
straight
strong feelings. It's
two
crazy.
piece with a biscuit to
It's
a
real.
2-year-old.
Hands, Vaseline, let's go.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spank your kid.
My children.
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about in general. See, look. Don't you touch my son.
I said,
Don't
what?
you touch him. Actually, I'm teaching my son how to fight. That's a different conversation. We can talk about that later. They change everything. No, and real talk, man. Okay, this is all fun and games. Let me clarify. I teach my son how to resolve things with grace and conflict resolution.
With his words.
And I also teach him how to fight.
Right.
Just in case a kid try him one day.
Okay.
He know how to punch. He don't do the whole wind up thing kids do. He know how to
Okay.
Straight jab.
Oh.
He knows how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, self-defense. That's what I try to teach him.
Oh.
Anyways, reel it back in. When Amari first disrespected Meg, I knew who was my number one. Because there was a righteous anger in me. Like, for real. And I use that. I don't say that lightly. I really do think there was a righteous anger that flared up in me seeing my wife disrespected by my son.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things where if anyone does anything to my wife in general,
yeah,
it's on 10.
Yeah.
A holy 10.
Yeah.
A holy 10.
Yeah.
We may not immediately go to hands.
Right.
But we're going to assess the situation. We're going to discern everything. But if I had to flip a table like Jesus, I'm going to flip a table over my wife.
Flip it.
Flip it.
Okay. Let's go.
Then my son said something to her.
And then you just, yeah.
And I got really angry. And I had to step back, and I actually had to go back and apologize to my son humbly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, daddy should not have yelled at you.
Right.
I'm so sorry. And I try to practice apologizing to my son so he knows, we're human
Mm-hmm.
and the value of an apology and asking for forgiveness sincerely.
Yeah.
But my wife had to come and talk to me. She said, hey, the way that you talk to your son was not okay.
Mm.
And then I had to assess, why did I get that way?
Yeah.
Because of my love for my wife.
Yeah.
Even my son.
Yeah. I always think like, Sherman and I have been together for so long, and the way that we roast each other is crazy. It's diabolical.
I love it.
But it's funny because it's like we will go ham on one another, but the moment that someone else says anything, I'm like, I know you're not talking about my man, and I'm ready to fight. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't even like you for real, Sherman. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That's crazy. So stupid. He is el mejor papá.
He is.
He's
But,
number one.
But it's just so interesting, like how your emotions like get kind of like sometimes the best of you in those moments.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about kids changing lives for sure. What is the one thing that you miss about yourself, your past life before you had kids? Because they change everything.
Oh man, that's a good question. Look at you co-hosting.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to
say it again.
I'm just trying to be professional before I get in trouble later. But yeah, what do you miss? Like, what do you miss about? Because I think like when you have kids, and a lot of people will say like, you don't have to say goodbye to your old life, right? Like sometimes you are still the same person, but I personally was a very different person before I had children.
Yeah.
And it's not because I needed to change but it wasn't. If I think about like my life before and my life now, two completely like so opposite day and night. And I'm so grateful and blessed because I think that like in my personal opinion, God gave me children because he said, slow your roll.
So what do you, before I answer the question, what do you miss about life before kids?
I miss sleeping. I miss sleeping. I do miss that. And then I also miss being a garden tool.
What do you mean by that?
I just
No, I'm curious now.
a garden hoe.
Oh my gosh. Hey, yo. Oh man, you are wild. That sounds like before Jesus. That's what that sounds like.
Before the Lord. Before the Lord. Before I was baptized. Before the Lord. This was past life.
Oh Jesus. Oh man, I love it.
I think that being able to like get up and go, being able to spend your money on yourself. Because like now, if I get money, it's like, oh, what do the kids need? Oh, what can I get the kids? I will never like utilize that for myself. And so I think like having that mindset of before kids, you really only have to worry about just yourself.
Yep.
And only think about yourself. And if you have a spouse, right? Yep. And then it's like when you have kids, it's like, I have to think about y'all, and I have to think like you guys are first. And what is your comfortability? Like, are you hungry? Are you taken care of?
Right.
So I think like what I miss the most is sleeping out of all the things. Like there's like selfish answers, of course, but like I miss.
That's honest. That's honest, man. I think my wife would tell you that sleeping still happening in this house.
That's nice. My kids are early risers.
Man.
And they don't just rise. They'll say, "Hey, I'm hungry. I'm awake."
I told my wife that I think this isn't my era with kids. My era with kids is going to be when they're able to question things, talk through things, philosophize. You know what I'm saying? Like let's go deep. Let's rationalize. That's my era. Right,
like-
right,
right.
right. 4, 5, 6. When they start
Sherman.
getting
That's-
consciousness.
That's
Yeah.
I think that's Sherman too, because he was like, "Yo, you got them until they're like 3,"
That's it.
and he's like, "And then I have them for the rest of the time."
That's
I
it,
said,
man.
"It's crazy,"
Yeah.
but it's funny because I actually like the era of when they're tiny and small and the toddler. I enjoy that.
Yeah. Meg's the same way.
Yeah,
It's a maternal instinct. I think she just fun. We don't have to be deep.
yeah.
I'm like, my dad used to. I learned chess at the age of 3.
Wow.
Chess and backgammon. Yeah, my dad was teaching me chess and backgammon. That's the wavelength of my family. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's different. We different.
That's why you're a doctor,
Oh my gosh.
Dr. Darius Williams.
Thank you. All right. Let's get back to the regular scheduled programming. Thank you. All right. So the thing that I miss most before kids was wasted time.
Hmm.
So the thing that changed for me for everything was time that I
Yeah.
said, right?
Yeah.
Being more aware of how short time is, being more aware of, what time it is really in a way, because you're going to be scheduled. But the thing that I miss most is wasted time. I didn't realize how much time I wasted.
Yeah. Doing what? I don't know.
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And now it's like every second counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Presence matters.
Yeah.
And I'll put it this way. I feel like now I'm much more intentional with my time because of my kids.
Mm.
And if I'm not intentional with my time, it's wasting time, but not in a good way like it used to feel. Playing video games, just calling up the boys or the friends, and let's just go do the thing. You can't do that anymore.
No.
Now it is when I get home from work, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I'm with my family.
Love that.
Or if I'm even after work, if I know that I'm running a Bible study, or I'm doing my men's group, or I'm doing something in the community or something like that, I have to be aware of that time with my wife. It's not like, hey babe, on the way home, I'm headed to this thing.
Right.
And there's a lot more grace and flexibility because we don't got any responsibility. No, I got to make sure that my wife is good. I got to make sure that my kids feel my presence today. Because I don't want to be that dad that is consumed by work or you've consumed by things that ultimately don't invest back into their lives. So when I get home, I'm playing with my son.
Yeah.
With my daughter. Hey, babe, I got her. It's just a different energy, man.
Yeah.
I want him to grow up knowing the love of a father and a family.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do miss playing. I don't play video games anymore. I do miss 12-hour video game days.
12 hours is crazy.
That's normal for guys. Absolutely normal. It's like a Saturday. It's been a long week. I got no responsibilities. We're going to hang out later night at 7. What I'm doing today? All right, I'm going to order me a pizza. I'm going to have me a Mountain Dew. And we about to just game 10, 12 hours. And then I'm going to go hang out with the boys.
That is so crazy.
100% a thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm shook.
100% a thing. And this is during me getting all the degrees.
Hold on. If you are listening, please put in the comments if you agree. If you agree or disagree. I need to know right now.
The boys got me.
To know, please.
The boys got me.
If you are listening and you are a male, if you say yes, I used to game for 12 hours, go ahead and put it on there. I need to know. I'm gonna read these comments because
and
I
was waking up at 7 after going to bed at 3 gaming.
7 a.m. or p.m.
Yep. If I didn't sleep in, woke up, what am I doing today?
This is crazy. Yeah, y'all need to please put
this
comments.
is 100%.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Hey, the boys got me.
I don't believe it.
I'm serious, man. Hey, let's transition. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, what are you doing? If you haven't followed us on social media, what are you doing? Yeah. We got a new co-host in the building. I wish I can do the bam, 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 but I can't figure out stuff because I'm a new podcaster. Let's transition.
Hey, we're transitioning.
The social impact of socials.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
But yes.
I didn't realize that until just now.
Yeah. Say that 10 times fast.
The social impact of socials, the social impact
Okay,
of socials, the social impact 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 of socials, social impact of socials, the social impact of socials, the social impact of socials, the social impact of socials. Come on now. I'm a pastor, speaker, and poet. Come on now. I be alliterating everything.
Don't say you was a poet, because we can go rewind right back to that very beginning.
Oh yeah, that's true. That poem sucked.
We can rewind.
Oh man, follow Dynasty at sincerely_Dynasty. Follow me at the DLW Williams. All right, I got a question for you, Dynasty.
Yes.
What are the top 5 most subscribed social media accounts across all social media platforms?
Okay. Beyonce. Barack Obama.
But he is number 2 on Twitter.
Joe Rogan.
Okay, we're gonna have to do. Hey, we'll give you 10 chances to do this.
What? 10's crazy. Okay.
So you're at 3 ants.
Drake.
This is rough.
This is hard. Kate plus 8.
What?
It was a show back in the day.
Dude, you sound like a millennial mom saying K plus 8. That's number 5.
Okay.
Are we done here?
We're done. Just tell me who they are.
Number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo, 1.01 billion followers across all social media.
Oh, that's a soccer player, right?
Soccer player. Yeah. Lionel Messi. They're like the GOATs of soccer.
Oh, okay.
He's 800 million.
Oh, wow.
This next one, I'm surprised you didn't get.
Kim Kardashian?
No, but she's down the list somewhere. Selena Gomez.
Oh.
Yeah, 650 million followers combined.
Oh, I love that.
She's really big on like Instagram. She does a lot of different things on Instagram.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Number 4, also I'm surprised you didn't get this one. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. 600 million combined followers.
Wow.
Yeah. His fitness, entertainment stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. He's great. And then this one was a wild card. I actually didn't even guess this one. Mr. Beast. They count his YouTube as social media.
Oh, yeah.
So Mr. Beast.
I forgot my kid
Jimmy
watched
Donaldson. Did you see his new show?
it. So my kids try to watch him, but Sherman doesn't allow it.
Oh.
He is very anti-social media.
Yeah.
Hugely.
What is so not YouTube?
No.
Got you.
He will not let the kids watch it.
I actually can respect that.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like as much as Mr. Beast has fundamentally changed content creation, and I'll give credit to credit's due. If you're a culture shifter and changer,
Right.
respect. That's
Right.
really cool. The way that we consume content because of Mr. Beast feels very materialistic too.
Yes, it's a lot of like materialistic things that he doesn't want the kids to see, where it's like, oh, Mr. Beast, he gives away millions.
Right.
And then Sherman's like, okay, that's great. That's
Yeah.
good for him. But
You know what's interesting about that? And this honestly transitions really well into this conversation. Mr. Beast, from what I at least felt like I witnessed, his content was, I think, genuinely charitable.
yeah.
It was
Yes.
genuinely, we're gonna bless
Yes.
someone with
Yeah.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Right? That was like the first video that really
Yeah.
took off and went viral, was
Mhm.
when he just gave away $100,000. And then the content at some point shifted away from just blessing people to the content you see today.
Games. It's like some kind of games,
You
right?
earn a chance to win.
Yeah.
Take your hand off a car and you lose the car. I'll give you 20,000.
Sleeping in a coffin type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all about entertainment now. And I think
Yeah.
there's a medium and a space for that. But I agree with you. I don't want Amari watching
Mhm.
Mr. Beast. I don't want him growing up with a materialistic mindset,
Mhm.
because it really is about the things.
Yeah. Yeah. So the kids don't get to watch that.
Yeah.
And yeah, his stance on social media is like, let kids be kids.
Yeah.
Let them be able to enjoy being outside. Things that we did without social media. He really wants to like embed in our children. Like, go play in the mud. go play outside till the lights come out.
Huge here.
Like go.
You saw our porch on the way in.
Yeah,
Dirt everywhere.
I saw that.
I'll let that
love it.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then specifically when it comes to attention spans, he believes that a lot of children have short attention spans because of social media. If you think about it,
He's an educator. That's
Yeah.
proven science.
Yeah.
You're an educator. It's
Yeah.
proven science.
So
That's not even.
So he is just very like, no, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I respect that a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's proven. It's proven that kids and adults too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Adults too.
Yeah.
Screen addiction causes short-term memory deficits. It causes memory deficits in general. It causes attention spans to be shorter. It causes low dopamine in the brain development process, which is why you see a lot of kids now ADHD with Adderall and different things like that. It's because it's all about a dopamine hit. I was reading a really interesting study, and it was talking about how screens in general, but particularly when we think about social media and the dopamine effect of social media, but it's the combine of, like, when you look at a screen isn't a one solid image. It's actually millions of tiny pixels, thousands of pixels. And so your mind actually goes into overdrive trying to process not an image, but the pixels that create the image. And so if you've ever seen like screen eyes in your kids, if they've watched TV for more than, I think, 45 to 60 minutes, their eyes become really puffy
and red,
and they get really red. It's because their mind is trying to process the images that are giving them dopamine hits, but then the thousands of pixels at the same time. You ever seen an adult that is always in their phone? They always look really sluggish and tired. It's because it's the same thing. You're constantly processing pixels. And it literally wears on you. And as it wears on you, your mind gets tired, your body gets tired, but because you're getting hit with dopamine, you don't stop. The endless scrolling on social media is about a dopamine hit. It's the next post, the next Instagram picture to like, the next reel, the next TikTok. It's all about dopamine.
Makes sense. I know it's addicting. It's very addicting.
We're freaking podcasters now. And so it's hypocritical to talk about this.
Right.
To think about this.
Yeah.
And you're watching a clip of this right now.
Right.
Thanks for supporting.
Right. Yeah.
We just hit your dopamine.
Hit it. Hitting it. Yeah, I know. It's very controversial. Like, yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
When you really sit down and think about it, it's like, how do you be able, like, how does one, like, spread news information, but then also, like, not be online? The newspapers aren't really, newspaper.
A lot of newspapers are now 100% online.
Yeah.
St. Louis, I think the Post-Dispatch is now officially going online.
Right. No one really listens to like the radio anymore.
Podcast,
but like I'm talking about radio.
Yeah.
Like 106.5 The Beat kind of stuff. Like no one really
back in the day.
Yeah, like no one really listens to things like that.
Yeah.
Everyone's on their Apple Music or Spotify or
Yeah.
So yeah. How does one?
It's funny. I don't think that's a bad thing. Because I'm not a big fan of ads. Ironically, sponsor the podcast.
Sponsor it.
But I'm not a big fan of ads. Even with TV, if we were to watch TV, all of our stuff is premium. I will spend the extra $5 for no ads because I hate being sold something.
Is it you hate being sold something, or you're just so used to like everything being so constant, instant at your fingertips that's what you've created your mind to think that like this is normal?
That was hey, hands up, you got me. Maybe I'll be humble enough to admit that. I would think it's I don't want to be sold something. I hate the idea of feeling like someone has control over me in a sense. Which is why, honestly and humbly, it can be hard at times as a Christian. My pride gets in the way of my surrender to God because I'm a leader's leader. Like I'm a vision. I hate feeling like someone's telling me something to do.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason why I had to work on my marriage.
Yeah.
Because I had to listen to my wife's voice.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why I think I hate ads. I hate, I'm not trying to get upsold on an iPhone. Stop trying to sell me an iPhone.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I could see where you could have that thought of like, I don't want to be sold something, because ads are usually selling something.
Yeah.
It's not like anything really informational. But something that Sherman had said too, why he doesn't really care for the kids to have any social media, especially YouTube or whatever, is because he said the lack of patience that are instilled in the children is obvious, because everything is so instant. It's like, I want to watch this, I'll change it. I don't like this, I'll change it.
Yeah.
And so he's like, there's no more patience.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's why kids are like, I'm bored, I'm this, I'm that. And it's like,
Yeah.
do you remember growing up being bored? Absolutely. But
Yeah.
you didn't like say it until you were like, okay, I've watched TV. I went upstairs and colored. I read a book.
Yeah.
I went and played outside. I played by myself. I'm bored.
The thing, I tell my wife this all the time with our kids, with Amari. Let him learn to be,
Yeah, that's what Sherman says all the time.
because it's actually a mental skill.
Mm-hmm.
It forces them to figure things out. It's problem solving.
Yeah, it is.
So learn to be bored. So when my son says I'm bored, my dad used to say this, and I say this to him now. Okay, bored people do boring things.
Yeah.
And then my dad would just walk away.
And that's it.
I'm not traumatized, I promise you.
Not at all.
But it taught me, oh, okay, let me not bore myself.
Right. Let me
I
do
would
something.
go do interesting things.
Yeah.
I would go get in trouble. One time I climbed into a tree because I was bored.
Okay.
So I climbed up in a tree,
Okay.
and then I didn't know how to get down. So I cried for 45 minutes until someone finally walked past me and saw me and helped me down.
I love that.
I was so scared, I ran away and hid behind a bush. And then when I finally got the courage to come back out, I climbed back up that tree.
So what I heard is you try again. As you said,
But
if I'm not going to fall, I'm going to try it again.
I have a great memory from
I
that.
love that. It's a core memory.
Yes. And I figured out how to get down eventually.
Yeah. Because you're here now.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Thanks.
That's great.
That makes sense.
I love that.
You made it. Doctor.
Dr. Williams here.
Yeah, man. Bored people do boring things. I love that phrase, man.
I like that. I'm gonna say that to my kids.
There you go.
I'll record it when I say it, so you can see the faces that they give me.
We're gonna clip that at the end of this clip.
Exactly.
Oh man, I'm gonna start saying that to adults too, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
But I actually don't hear an adult ever say I'm bored.
That's because we got these things. You got these phones.
Right. Oh yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep. Dopamine hit. Yep.
That's true. You're right.
Mm-hmm. But I will say this. I think I think Sherman is right. I think also social media and the phones have taken away conversation.
Yeah.
So, and I noticed this even when me and my wife are out on maternal or in paternal leave. I absolutely love, you can adjust your mic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like,
Yep. There. Yep. Oh.
Okay. It's okay. I'll just
Okay.
fix it like this.
We'll fix that mic. Okay.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we love talking to each other. We're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
But there just was a point where it was like, I don't really want to talk right now. Like, we've been up, I'm tired, and we just play a phone game. And but it's like a catch-22 because then I think the last week of our paternal maternal, we were kind of both playing way too many games because we started to get addicted.
Yeah.
And we had to like get back to conversation, get back to humanity, get back to, hey, I love you and my best friend. Like, I'm not trying to leave this.
I get that.
You know?
I get that, except for, I always talk all the time, so I don't know that.
That's why you're co-hosting.
I can't ever shut up.
But I think in general, what socials and phones have done. If you ever go to a restaurant, check this out. Just count. Me and my wife do this all the time now.
How many people are on their phones?
That's it.
Sherman says it all the time.
It's crazy.
He says, wow, how fun is that? Just
Crazy.
sit next to someone, both be on your phones. And I think that like we like watched somebody next to us. It was like it was like a double date almost. And all 4 of them were on their phone. And I
Yep.
was like, how are y'all?
But you know, that's normal. For Zoomers and Gen Alpha, it's normal. You go and count Zoomers, young couples, young couples, teens. That is how they actually move now because of social media. They'll spend the entire time basically here, and then they're showing each other stuff. They're texting each other. It's actually how they live in community.
I just thought of something when you said that. The phrase, like, when someone's like looking at their phone, I just thought of like, it used to be like, hey, my eyes are up here. Like when women would be like, my eyes are here. Okay. Okay. And now it's like the phone. It's like, no, my eyes, like, don't look at your
Yeah.
phone. My eyes are here.
Yeah.
Like, how interesting.
One of the things that I do now with anyone, but I take my phone. I literally show people now because it's almost like it's become a new social custom. I'll take my phone and I'll put it within arm's reach, but upside down and away, so that they know
That you're present.
I'm present.
Yeah.
And that if I ever have to reach for this, it's an emergency.
Right.
But I want them to physically see the phone was not touched while we're hanging out, because you are the most important person.
That's real.
It's literally now something I do as a social custom for people, because people are so accustomed to this constantly.
Yeah, it's true.
I tell people all the time, I'm a terrible texter. I'm a terrible texter.
It's true. 100%.
I like to be present with people.
Yeah, you do. You do a good job of that. Because you'll text me back like 8 weeks later. And you'll be like, hey, girl, LOL, my bad. And I'm like, I actually had a favor. It's good now. It's taken care of, dog. Don't worry about it. But all right.
Oh man, you're right though. Yeah. I do suck. I suck at it, man.
Yeah.
I suck at it because when I'm with people, I'm with people.
Yeah. But that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Should be present.
I literally told my wife this yesterday. I said, I think I was born 30 years before my prime. If I was born in the 70s, when we didn't have no GPS, not have to text nobody, no emails,
I'd cry. I want to be very clear. Me? I'm
living my best life.
Not okay.
So this is what I wanted to say. I think phones and cell phones and social media, I think we're so connected that we don't give each other enough grace anymore.
Yeah, no. Yeah, not at all. Because if I text you, you don't text back. And I saw that you read it, because, now you can see if someone read it. It's like, oh, so you want to read my message. And then you get on Facebook, you're like, oh, and I see that green dot. So what you're doing is you're on Facebook, ignoring my message. Matter of fact, reading my message, but just ignoring me. So yeah, I think
your passive aggressiveness towards me and our relationship or text messaging.
I don't have any trauma from this. No, I don't have any trauma from this. This is just conversation. Passionate conversation.
I'm telling you. Okay, so think about this, man. I think moments meant more now too. So if you think about this, back in the day,
yeah,
you're in high school. Your best friend for 10 years, and they're about to move away.
Yeah,
and they move away.
Yeah,
and yes, you got a landline number, but they're gone.
Yeah,
you may never see them again. Maybe never talk to them again.
Never. Right.
Because numbers change, things happen. So that moment means more. The relationship is now more valuable because you're aware of the fact that you can't communicate with them anymore. Now, during this time, best friend for 10 years, they move away. The expectation is still to be fully and connected and invested, but it's just not as realistic given the reality of time, constraints, presence, physical. So like, it's like, oh, they're moving away. I'm crying, I'm grieving, but I expect you to text me every day for the next like you put these irrational expectations and then you get pissed because now your best friend is making new friends and trying to figure out different things. It's not texting the way that you want them to text. Now the relationship hurts more because of the expectation that comes with social media and the phone. So for me, it's like that's just an example of what I feel like is a lack of grace in relationships.
Yeah.
If I don't text you back immediately, you hate me.
100%.
You ghosted me. We're not friends.
Right.
And the reality is, homie, I've just been busy.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just saying this to justify my own,
Right.
struggles with communication.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. Or there's some truth in that we also could talk about.
I feel like if you are, is this, oh, okay.
What is happening with your microphone?
I don't.
For those listening, Dynasty's mic just keeps dropping it. This is gonna be great for the video version, though. This is hilarious.
I don't even realize it till it's like on the ground. I think that when we place expectations on others, something that I've always been told is like, do not expect you from others. So something that I would do doesn't mean that's something that you would do. So I think that like, yes, social media has changed, the phones have changed, like the expectation, but I also feel like if you are placing realistic expectations, and maybe that comes from maturity, right? Maybe that comes from like, I would never be mad at someone for not responding to me. Because guess what? I'm a mom of 3. I work 2 jobs. I have a husband. And so I know that sometimes an answer right away is not realistic. Like I might read your message and I might not. And I might come back but that doesn't make me love you any less. That doesn't make me miss you any less.
Yeah.
It's just life is lifing.
Yeah.
And I have a lot on my plate, but that doesn't mean that I don't wish you the best and I don't think about you often.
Yeah.
And so, and I think that like sometimes it's the grace that we don't give people, but sometimes I think it's also just the maturity of folks. And
that's so powerful. It makes me think about back in the day, the power of a good letter.
My hands would hurt, but yeah.
It's so silly. You ever read about the relationships people had way back when with letters?
Yeah,
it's just letter relationships.
So romantic and like friendship wise, it can be like romantic. Like it's like, wow, like you care so much about this person, and yeah,
it meant a lot more because you had to take the time to write it. You had to go through a mail service system that at times could be pretty questionable back in the day.
Pay 15 cents,
whatever it was,
whatever that stamp was.
And then it's when you receive that letter, whether you expected it or not, it's special because you know that someone had to take their time in the process of getting things. Going back to Sherman, going back to what we were just talking about, things are so instant now that I think even the way that we communicate is not valued.
No,
there's so much going on.
Yeah, there is.
Like everything meant more. Speeches meant more because you had to Dr. King back in the day, even when there was soft televising, but when you were there for the I Have a Dream speech, there was no social media where you can see it after the fact. There was no, like, it really was a moment. It was a moment. Speeches mattered more.
Yeah. Now it's like this.
Yeah. It's like even with recently, the Pope, the new Pope's American. I can listen to his speech anytime I want in any language I want at any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it just doesn't have as much value. It's not like, oh, the Pope, it's a new Pope. What is he going to say? It's I don't need to listen to it right now.
Right.
I can listen to it whenever I want. A month from now. Oh, finally got around to it.
Right. And you don't even have to actually even listen to it. You can listen through other people,
The reaction.
radio stations, other podcasts. Like, you don't even have to actually even listen to the speech.
Wow. So what does that mean in terms of the opinion? So if because we're talking about influencing now, we're talking about the impact of social media.
Yeah.
Do you think that the idea of an original opinion is either gone or is filtered through social media itself? Like people who influence the opinion.
I think it's both. I think it can be both. I think that the influencing in an opinion, obviously, but also it's who is your audience?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you asking?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm a young kid and all I do is play on my phone, then it's going to be what's going to hit more is like the influence of
Right.
the opinion, right?
Right.
But if I'm a millennial, an old person like me, you're going to listen to something, you're going to say, that interests me. I want to go to the source. I want to read exactly what happened. I want to watch exactly what happened. I want to try to be in that moment. So yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree to an extent. I will say, I think if you grew up social media and that was your medium for information, what you are interested in is getting someone else's reaction and opinion.
Yeah.
There are literal videos and jokes about millennials and Zoomers who will watch someone react to someone reacting to someone. Right? That is actually a mode of entertainment and content right now.
Yeah.
Is just reaction content.
That's
And people formulate, what do I think about Drake? What do I think about Kendrick? What do I think about the Pope? What do I think about Christianity? What do I think about religion? What do I think about whatever the thing is, based on the vacuum of content that they've surrounded themselves in. And so it's so hard to feel like there's a such thing as an original opinion anymore. I do think it is different though from back in the day. Back in the day, you would have your news channel, you would have your newspaper, but it was much more about what are the facts and the information, it felt like. And that's not always true, right? Particularly when we talk about racism, we talk about, deficits and different things like that. Bias is there. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But it felt like there was an intellectual integrity. Now everything is opinions based. And so you formulate your opinions based off of opinions, not information. That's what's hard. I'll give you an example of this. There's a whole counterculture on TikTok right now where you're seeing more lawyers, more psychologists, more scientists becoming content creators because you have 15-year-old Ben Bob Billy giving you medical advice. And literally you're seeing kids and people take medical advice from Jimmy Schmoshno, our Sarah Delando, or whoever that is, on
names,
real medical and psychological things. And it's messing kids up.
It is.
It's messing adults up.
It is.
If that doesn't tell you, like, why
are you taking? Yeah. It's so funny when I tell Sherman anything, the first thing out of his mouth is what? TikTok told you? Where you get that from? Instagram. Oh, you heard that off Facebook.
Why do you have a different impression of Sherman every time?
Because it's just like that. It's very. I'll try to record it. I'll send you a little snap.
One day we're gonna do what do you call it? A video of all the Sherman impressions across all our podcasts.
Do it.
An hour of Sherman impressions.
And then he'll say, "Yep, that's right. I'm glad you listen, but you don't act like you listen." So yeah, yeah.
Fair enough.
So yes, this is true. It's everything, and that's Sherman's first thing. He's like, "Oh, what? Who told you?" And I'm like, "Oh, NPR. And he was like, liar. I'm like,
Got him.
you're right. You're right.
Got him.
You're right.
That's funny, man.
But yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
true.
Any final words here?
I want to challenge everyone.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yeah, look in the camera.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'm new to this. I'm not true to this. I want to challenge everyone to go 3 days without using social media. And if you do this, write in the comments, like, how did it make you feel? What did you notice? Was there a difference? I'm just curious. And I will do this with you. And I will let you guys know. I'll probably cry. But you know what? I'm here for the bit.
Got you. But if they are fasting from social media, will they be able to like, follow, and subscribe?
Like, follow, and subscribe first.
All right.
And then come back after 3 days.
Oh man, dude, this has been such a fun episode. Dynasty, I'm really excited for where this pod is going to go, man. I'm really praying that God uses this to impact a lot of lives. I'm so grateful that you are now officially you're in the intro video now and the outro video. This is legit.
It's it's real. It's really real.
I see what you did there. It's real. REEL because it's real. Oh.
Wow, he's obviously on social media more than me.
Hey man, this is the DLW show. Thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe, and follow if you're enjoying the content in the pod. Man, what a joy. Give yourself a round of applause as we head out here. Why did you make that?